I wonder if that's oh, we're live.
Oh,
People are
yeah.
joining.
Hey.
Oh.
Welcome to We Have Notes, everyone. Thank you for joining us.
I think there's less tree cover in the world. I think we're cutting down all of our trees, so the sun feels hotter because you don't have the same tree cover to absorb it. You have more concrete and pavement.
It is like unbearable. It's like so hot on my skin. And I was telling this to Allie off Stettel, and she was like, I think the sun's gotten hotter because of solar flares.
Maybe that's true. But I'm saying also we're cutting down all our forests. I mean, there is effort to reforest. What's it called? Reforestation. Like Costa Rica just reforested completely. I think Brazil is starting to do it. But
That's so nice.
It is. We are deep in the trees. It is 5 degrees cooler here than it is in Nashville.
Yeah.
Makes a difference.
Yeah, no, sitting in the shade is actually like fine. It's like windy and everything. But then I was like, maybe it's none of these things and I'm just old. And like, when you're old, you just like become less tolerant.
It's not even shade. It's just when you have more tree line, even if you're not under the trees, you just have more to absorb. You just have more.
Right.
Versus like pavement, which reflects it back.
No, that's so true.
So let me just get this.
So we were just talking about the full moon, and I feel like I was saying that I think that it's kind of like leading up to this has been more intense, and that the moon itself doesn't actually feel, yeah.
But we're significantly post it. But it's going to affect different people in different ways. But yeah, whenever Pluto is involved, it's like deeper and more private in a way.
Mm-hmm.
I think. I have been like so not tired like the way I was when I was sick. Like just something's moving through me.
Mm-hmm. Same. I've been on like a crazy like redo my house quest.
Oh, that's fun.
Just like reorganize, getting rid of shit. Like I literally have an entire bag of shoes that doesn't fit me anymore, and I was just holding on because I wanted to, because they're all like nice shoes, and I'm just like, what am I fucking doing this for?
Your foot grew?
Yeah.
That's really a
whole size. Yeah.
Wow.
I went from being a 6.5, 7 to a 7.5, 8.
Oh my God. I just gave away a bunch of like nice shoes. I should have seen. That's my size, 7.5, 8. I should have seen.
Stop.
Yeah.
Damn.
I should have seen.
Well,
I have Christy Dawn dresses. I want to move. Maybe I should put it online and see if people want to buy them that way.
They also do their own buyback program.
I know, but like not everything is listed. Like when I go back online and I say, okay, I want to resell this one, it's not listed, or it gives me like, I don't know. It's not everyone is accepted or listed. So I'm like, oh.
Nitsa does this online thing called Close the Loop that you could do, where like you could post them on her account.
Oh, really?
And then people like shop your closet. Yeah, I'll send it to you. She does it with a lot of like really nice clothes. Like people, basically it's like a takeover. Someone takes over the Instagram account, like you would take over the Instagram account, and just like post your dresses and do however you want to kind of sell them. And then they live on her stories and on her page, and then you just kind of handle the whole thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I literally like found out about it the moment that the Real walked up to my house.
To pick up stuff?
Yeah. She's like, no, don't do Real, do Close the Loop. I was on the phone with her and I was like, the girl's like already here, so I kind of just have to do it. But if I had more dresses like that this time around, I would do Close the Loop, because Real is great, but they take a huge cut.
I have like 5 or 6.
Yeah, you should definitely
maybe
do that.
More dresses that I want to release.
Are you getting over your like pilgrim fashion, or what's the?
Yeah, I'm like going back to my like Yeah, I'm like going back to my very Virgo style, like very simple, clean lines.
Yeah.
Having a waist again is really the
Yeah.
primary thing.
Mm,
I just
mhm,
have so
mhm.
many dressers with like that are great but that have no waist that
Yeah.
like that I'm ready to have a waist again.
No, I get it. I like got rid of all my clothes during pregnancy and postpartum last time, and now all I have is like bag dresses, and I'm like, there's gonna this is. But I think that's what it is, though. Like with fashion, that's why I buy things that are high quality, like Christy Dawn, and like
Yeah.
why I buy like leather shoes, and why I buy think even like real gold, like why I don't spend money on stuff that doesn't have value, because like the only way to actually get it back into the ecosystem is for it to have a life. Like, dude, yesterday I went to Nordstrom and everything, like every single shoe was like $500 plastic.
Why would you go to that? Sounds like my personal hell.
Okay, because it was
Nordstrom.
100 degrees in the valley,
Yeah. Okay, that's true.
and I just have to think of things to do with Asher sometimes.
Right, right, I get it.
And
So you took a big shopping.
we had already done like a kid activity, and I was like,
Right.
I need new sandals because I just got rid of all my sandals.
Okay.
And I hate online shopping for shoes because I don't understand sizes. And so I was
Understandable.
like, let me go to the fucking mall. And I found a pair of Birkenstocks, even though I thought I quit Birkenstocks because they sold to a corporate entity and I was mad at them, but I just can't quit them.
No, because
But everything
they're
else was
great.
like they're just great shoes. Like
They are.
they haven't changed their quality that much since they sold, which is cool. Um, but everything in Nordstrom is so gross, and I'm like, this is the problem with the world. And I just felt like I just was in this like department store, and I was like getting this weird bird's eye feeling of just like this is such a weird old paradigm kind of like structure of consumerism that like I don't think will be here for if in like 10 years. Like $500 plastic slides is not a sustainable model.
It's not.
What are we doing?
It's definitely not. No, it's like but it's interesting, right? With clothing, like in terms of, I've always had like a style that I've liked. I gained weight for like after my accident for like a decade. And I
Yeah,
just didn't feel good wearing what I wanted to wear.
totally.
And I felt better wearing things that were looser
Yep.
and like, you know, and then it's like, oh, okay, I just want to kind of come back. But it's interesting how, like, also, I feel like even though I don't live a city life at all, like, my style is more like jeans, white t shirt, like just simple,
The Carolyn
you
Bessette.
know? Yeah, but a little more color.
Yeah.
And I'm not as straight as she is,
Yeah.
long and lean. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's just interesting, like, how it's I feel like I'm also coming back to me in a way. And so
Yeah, baby.
it's interesting that the
Sweetie,
costume
I'm
or
gonna take a call.
clothing is like
Yeah.
also representing me coming more back to me and feeling more integrated back into myself and my personality.
Totally. Do you feel like this is like an astrology thing that's happening? Because like I feel it waking back up too. And my reasoning is obviously through the haze of like all the things, including double tag team postpartum years. But I feel that on a spiritual level as well, like a returning to an original form in a way that maybe I even overlooked before, if that makes sense. Like
I
it's
think
a
there's been
resonance
a
that
lot
feels
of,
more true.
yeah, I think the Pisces years created a lot of mirage.
Hmm.
And it's like there's a distillation happening also with like the fire. I think
Mm,
the fire and air, but specifically fire, there's a purification of the burning off.
yeah.
And it feels related in that way. Um,
Yeah.
and then I'm having personal transits. So, but I think in the collective, I think there's a distillation happening and a purification
You have a
happening
cracker?
and a kind of return to the elements in a way. Also,
Yeah.
I think Uranus in
You share.
Taurus, we've talked about this in terms of like plastic surgery and fillers and all of this, but I also think Uranus in Taurus, it's like it was so kind of up and down
Mm-hmm.
that I think that also has to do with style and design and like it's almost like Taurus is free to be Taurus again without the disruption of Uranus. And I think of
I
Taurus as
feel
also
that. No. Hey,
like
hey, hey.
I think there
We're
are
sharing.
a lot of
We're
people
sharing.
who feel more truly themselves in like a prairie style dress. And
Mm-hmm.
that makes sense. I think it's like I'm not leaving this house and moving back to this, New York City by any means, but I feel like the New Yorker in me
Mm-hmm.
is like it is coming back online.
Is this the Chiron and Taurus? Because I feel like with what I'm going through with the house, like my aesthetic is becoming so much more clean again.
That's
Like I'm
interesting.
returning to like a minimalism and a functionality, and like only things that can be in my space right now are like beautiful and functional. And like anything that's not doing that, it's like it's going.
That's
Even
interesting.
like the
Yeah.
thing with my kids' toys. Like Asher has like so many toys that take up space, and like
Yeah.
even all that, I moved it to like one area. Like it's like now it has to have like a
Yeah.
contained expression. It can be as messy as it needs to be in this little area. But then everything else is like clean lines, functionality, nothing on the floor. Like I cleaned my whole mantle. Like everything is just like a new
I
aesthetic
think that's
that's emerging.
I think that might also be Mercury going
Yeah.
back and forth over your moon.
Oh, really?
Like your domestic, like clarity around your domestic space, like thinking around your domestic space,
Yeah. It's like
you
really
know?
intense, and like cleaning out closets and like going through piles of things that I haven't looked at, and just like this full like no
That's
there
also fire, I think. It's
yeah.
like it's just wanting to burn through excess energy to get back to the essential.
Yeah. And also like revisiting, maybe this is the Saturn retrograde, but like we all have like offices and desks with like piles of papers and things that we've just put there and kind of we don't look at. And like for me, there's things that I've created that deserve a second look that I'm like sitting and just like going through and being like, right, like I made that. And like I'm finding how to kind of go back for what I left in
Well,
the
that also feels
process
Mercury
of like
retrograde.
cleaning everything out.
Yes. Yes. Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
By the way, we had Mercury retrograde in Pisces, Mercury in Pisces for 10 weeks. Then we had Mercury in Cancer for 10 weeks. And this autumn, we're going to have Mercury in Scorpio for basically 10 weeks.
Interesting.
So it's all of the water signs are getting
Mm.
a very strong focus in terms of how we process, but
Mm.
also October 3rd to November 13th, Venus is retrograde starting in
Wait, hold on,
Scorpio.
Asher. Asher just
What?
pooped on the patio. Good job, babe.
In his diaper or just straight up?
No, he's potty trained.
Oh, okay.
He
Is there a
takes up.
potty there?
No, just a rock. Ashley, good job,
He and Willow.
baby. Yeah, they do their thing together. Yes, sweetie? You need what? You need a rock? To do what? Now I'll go back and pick up your poopy with a doggy bag. Can you just put your chonies back on? Okay. Do you want to go to Erica at the swing over there?
Amazing.
She's with Sissy. Ashley? Ika's on the swing with Sissy. You want to go? Here, give me your chonies. I'll hold them for you.
Mom, what's that?
Just give me that.
What's that?
What's what? Ugh, I don't know. It's a bug. Here, come up here.
It's like a real Earth boy.
No, he's a full. Wait, is that even legal? Keep going. Don't show your nudity on my Substack.
Not even legal.
Like full pee-pee. She's over there on the swing. Do you see her? No, I'm on my call. I'll come in a little bit, baby. Okay? I'll be right over. I'll be right over, sweetie. Ika's gonna push you on the swing, sweetie.
No.
Baby, just go. I'll be over in a little bit.
No.
Okay, then you can sit right here and wait for me. Okay, well, those are the two options. Yeah. Little chocolate face. I love you. Go check out what Ika and Sissy are doing, and then I'll be right over. I promise.
No.
All right.
Negotiating with a toddler.
It's like my whole life.
Two options. No, I want the third. I want the third.
A full naked butt in this.
Cutest thing ever.
As
But like, and then Venus is retrograde October 3rd to November 13th.
Mm-hmm.
Scorpio back into Libra. So I don't know. I think that we are.
Ashley, you got to get off my camera with your pee-pee out.
Oh my God. You're just cupping him.
I'm cupping it.
Mommy.
Ashley, baby, go inside.
No.
Just go get off the camera. Okay. Sweetie,
Do you want to take him over there?
Should I take you inside, Ashley?
No.
Are you sure we can go inside together?
No.
Come on, hold these crackers.
Mommy, no.
Yeah, hold these crackers. We'll go inside together.
Mommy, no.
Baby, I can't. I'm in the middle of doing something. I'm so sorry.
I don't want you to.
I know you don't want me to, but sometimes that's just how life is. Eat, eat,
I
eat.
don't want those.
Look.
No.
Okay, I'm going to get Ika. Erica, can you go with Ashley? Can you go with Ashley to the swings? Okay. Sorry, everyone. This is the mega
This is
bed.
real life.
Do you want to see the mega bed?
Uh-huh. A mega bed?
Wait,
What's a mega
oh,
bed?
I didn't get to this part of the story. So
Okay.
I
That is
pulled,
a mega bed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so this was our bed, and then we had this bed in the back
Yeah.
room. This is where Daniel slept when he came over.
Yeah.
But the back room, because we live in this like very like rural area, and like the house isn't fully like closed. Like no matter what we do, the back room always had spiders in it. So me and Tyler were like both afraid of like going in the back room and using the bed when like, because the kids, it's a
Yeah.
lot in that one bed with the kids. But also both of us want to sleep with the whole family. And then today I was just like laying around and I was like, I know how to fix the problem. Just make
Problem
a fucking mega bed and put the queen. You need your chonies, Ashley? Okay. And put the queen next to the king and just make the room like it's just about the bed. Like that's it.
But also it's cool that the bedroom's big enough to hold all of that.
I know it's pretty long.
Yeah, I mean,
It's a
that's
pretty
like,
long.
That's a pretty big room.
Ika's gonna do it, baby.
No.
It's a really big room, and I'm just like not sleeping. Like, I think that's another part of whatever is like. Ashley,
Well, this energy is
baby.
very intense.
Baby, yeah, and like rest is like required. Hold on.
Yeah,
I'm
but I
getting-
mean, like,
hold on.
I always think it's interesting how.
Okay, I'll be
the
right. I'll be
dogs
done in a little
react.
bit.
No.
Yes, baby. I'm sorry,
He has
Ashley.
his
This is just how it
opinions.
has to be. Oh my God, he's just so big and grown and smart and bossy.
Yeah.
Ashley, I'll be done in a few minutes. Okay. Some of it is, I feel so guilty sometimes, but then other times I'm like, no, I just have to, I have to be able to separate like that and do things. And just,
Of course.
I don't know, it's just so hard sometimes.
Well, also, toddlers are a little bit like dictators.
No, he's like, he is
They-
full on.
Yeah.
Like this morning he was sitting on the counter and he was like, Mommy, get me a juice. Daddy, do this. I get do this. And I'm like, okay, dude, like stop fucking like, demanding that everyone do things. Like what is happening?
Yeah,
Then
but I think
the problem
isn't
is
that,
I
mean,
kind of capitulate every time.
But isn't that the thing, is that they're learning how to be in the world. So if you were to indulge every single request.
Yeah, sometimes I think about like when I say no and when I do stuff like that, and I'm like, well, at the end of the day, I'm teaching him not to be annoying.
But that is the role of socialization. I mean,
Totally.
we can get into a whole debate about Rousseau and how, to not socialize children. But that's the whole thing is who's he going to learn how to create boundaries and know
Yeah,
from, if not from you,
totally.
right?
Totally.
But that's why they don't like no.
They don't like no at all.
And if you
He was
give a
like,
mouse a cookie, do
yeah,
you know that book? Do you have that book?
yeah. We have the TV show that we've watched.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Amazing. Oh,
I'm
by
pretty
the way,
loose.
TV shows.
Yeah,
Do you ever watch You probably don't because you had children during this, but Virgin River, do you know that show?
hilarious that you're bringing this up. Okay, I've watched it. Why?
Because it's so bad good, right? It's like
Okay, that
so
I'm watching
watchable.
Ransom Canyon.
Me too. Me too. It's so bad, but it's
It's
so
so
good.
bad. It's like just the perfect amount of like fluffy soap opera cowboy. And by the way, Ransom Canyon
Yes.
is like Taylor Sheridan for girls.
I mean, I love Taylor Sheridan.
No,
But
me
yes,
too, but you know what I'm saying.
yes. And like it is, as I'm sure it is most places, blisteringly hot. I
Yeah.
can't be outside for more
Yeah.
than like the dogs can't be outside for more than like 10 minutes or they start panting like crazy.
Yeah.
I'm like, I go in these phases where I'll read like 10 books in a row.
Yeah.
And then for some reason, I'm like, I don't feel like picking up a book. So I caught up on the last season of Virgin River. I was like, I need something like this. And my friend was like, put on Ransom Canyon.
Yeah.
And you know what it reminds me of? Did you ever, I know I'm about 5 years older than you, and these are significant years in growing up, but like NBC 90s dramas, like it just feels like that. It feels
Mm.
like, you know, the show Providence where that girl like went back to
Yeah.
Providence. It's like that kind of thing, but it is so stupidly enjoyable.
I'm obsessed. Are you
And
kidding
like,
me? And like, I love how they shoot it. This is why I say it's for girls, is because they literally, it's so clearly directed almost every time by a woman or written by a woman. Once in a while, there's a man in there, but they like the way that they shoot the cowboys like they're porn,
yes.
and like the shots are just like abs with like trickling water all over. Like it's totally a show from the female gaze, which I fucking love. Like they don't do that with the women; they only do it with the men, which is like my favorite thing. I'm like, bam, tickle, wow, wow, cowboy.
But also, the soundtrack is kind of amazing.
Yeah, it's really good.
It's like, you know, it's just so bad. But the settings are so beautiful. And it's
So
just
beautiful. But why is it? Why is
sometimes
it Texas and there's always a fire crackling? I'm like obsessed. I'm like, I know Texas. I've been there. It's boiling and disgusting and rough as fuck. But in Ransom Canyon, it is always the perfect temperature for a crackling fire.
totally, totally. It's
I'm
so
obsessed.
anyway. This is basically the state of this summer for me. It is
Yeah.
too hot. My friend Glenn
Yeah.
just had an original. Really? What's
That's
this? I'm
so
telling
great.
you, all of the songs, I feel like it's like, do you remember when Grey's Anatomy first came out and every
Yeah.
song made you cry?
Yeah.
You know, obviously that was a much better written show in the first seasons than this is, and it was snappy and funny, etc., and moving. This is not that, but the soundtrack is just it's Yellowstone porn for women.
It literally is.
Yes.
I remember when a few years ago I found out that Grey's Anatomy was still on TV and I like had a meltdown. I was like, and my friend was like explaining all the plots to me. And I was like, how is this
It's like
still
23 seasons in at this point.
dude?
But you know what?
Crazy.
You know what though? Like, has any of the original cast, are they any of them still there? Because that is you're going to your job and you are getting a killer paycheck and you are showing up and you're doing your job, and it's like, you know, you could put 10 kids through college 1,000 times over.
Yeah, if you
with
get
a
a
job
job
like
like that, you shouldn't leave. Like my friend was on NCIS and she was like never going to get kicked off and then just like left the show because she wanted to live her life, and I get that, but at the same time, like she hasn't worked like that since.
No, it's just an incredible steady paycheck. Do you remember
Yeah.
this in the 90s? Again, you're maybe too young, but Juliana Margulies
Of
was
course.
on ER, and they
Yeah.
offered her 27 million to stay for
Yeah.
an extra year, and she
Yeah.
turned it down because she wanted to go do theater. And
That's
I went
the-
and I saw the Lincoln Center show that she was in, and it was quite good. But still,
$27 million for one season?
yes. But then this was a whole thing, and it
That's
was so 90s.
crazy.
It really captured the 90s spirit, right? But then she had ended up doing, then she did the theater, moved back to New York because she wanted to move back to New York. But then she made a killing off of The Good Wife. So it came back. In her case, it came back.
That's
I
true.
think.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. But she was like
While we're in
so
this, like,
established. Like she
while
was
we're in this
already
emotive conversation, I've also
yeah.
been so, I've cried so many times over this dog that had to be put down in New York. There's this woman named Isabel Klee. She goes by Simon Sits on Instagram. She's
Okay.
30,
Okay.
31. She's young. But she had this dog, and she's been fostering dogs for 7 years, but her dog has epilepsy. She's 1 million followers. She's a huge account. She's inspired all these people to foster dogs. She put her dog down last week. And watching the videos, I'm like, it's real life, but it's like a TV show. I'm like crying every time she posts. What are you writing? Notes?
Sad. Yeah, I just had an idea.
Okay. It's like basically,
I'm
what are
listening.
these new things? Verticals, but it's real life.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she had to put, this dog was so beautiful, and she's inspired so many people to foster, and just, she gave a speech and did a celebration of life for the dog, and I was like
Oh my God.
sobbing. This dog had epilepsy.
Wow.
She fostered, it was like her 5th foster. She ended up keeping the dog a month after keeping. He was still a puppy. He had his first seizure. And she's like, through the years, posted about being at the hospital with him. And this dog was so loving to every foster that came in. I feel like this is I don't know about everybody else, but the Mercury and Cancer, this extended, which will be 10 weeks of Mercury and Cancer, I have cried more with this transit than
I haven't cried at all.
interesting.
I have not cried at all. I maybe cried once. I cried once when I was cleaning my office and read this letter that my mom wrote me.
Oh,
I cried once. I did. But that's really interesting.
yeah. I've been so weepy.
I mean, I did have to put Carlos down. So there was that.
I feel like so many soul
I
dogs. And then I
mean,
saw Amanda Seyfried, who I obviously don't know her at all, but her like soul dog of 17 years died. I'm like, what? And then it was just like around the same time as you put Carlos, and I'm like, all these soul dogs. And then all around
yeah,
me,
and then
like, I have
Nicole,
clients who
my
are
friend,
losing
put her dog
parents.
down 2 days later.
Yeah, there's a lot of souls that are like, I have this client who just lost a parent, and she's like, I just keep hearing all these stories. I feel like so many souls are departing at this time.
Yeah, my cousin's mom, who's 102, is also about to die.
That's a life, 102.
No,
But this
it's
is the thing
incredible.
that you texted me, and I was like, I am on this. I'm also coming on the 10-year anniversary of my near-death experience. September 2nd will be and approaching a very similar eclipse, because that was an eclipse, and August 27th is an eclipse, and they're close. And so I've just been in this real dive into the spirit world, in between lives,
Yeah.
spirit lives, which is just, yeah. But I think that's not universal. Like, I don't think I think that's these transits that I'm having. But Ransom Canyon is like the antidote. So like,
100%, like the heavy lifting that is happening, whatever it's like, however it's manifesting for you in your life. Like, I think we all are having some level of like heavy lift emotionally or spiritually right now. I just think that's like the reality of the time. And
yes.
totally, to like, you go through your day or you do all the things and you have to do your lifts and you have to interface with life and death and you have to deal with this thing, and
Yes.
then when you just put an episode of Ransom Canyon on and you're like, fucking shoot it into my veins, baby. Just feels like It feels so good. It's just like a warm bath.
I know. Has
It's
anybody
just like I
watched
want
it?
to live in this world. I kind of feel the same way about watching Ransom Canyon as I do about watching Asher's favorite TV show, Little Bear. Because in Little Bear lives in like the most perfect, picturesque universe. Like, Little Bear's father is a fisherman and goes off on the
Oh,
boat to get the fish, and his mother is just like puts around the house, like baking and cleaning and hanging laundry. And Little Bear gets to play with his little animal friends all day, and they just run around the forest, and it's just like
is it
picturesque and
cartoon?
perfect. It's a cartoon from like the late 80s or early 90s.
I
And
love it. Oh, you know what?
It's Maurice Sendak. He created Where the Wild Things Are. He also created Little Bear.
I did not know that.
Yeah, so it's like, but it's like you watch Little Bear and you're like, take me away to this perfect
He
forest
fucking loves Little
world.
Bear.
Fucking
I
love Little
love
Bear.
Maurice
Little
Sendak.
Bear is so good. It's like, and the little music is always like a little, it's like a classical interlude the whole show.
I mean, that's another thing. I've been putting on classical music a lot.
Yeah,
It's
that's
very
nice.
calming.
That will bend time for you.
Yes, it will bend time. Yeah, you were texting me about bending
Yeah.
time. I feel like it's
No,
all,
so I was just
everything feels so surreal. I feel like even this conversation's surreal.
everything
Like, I
does
don't
feel
even know
so
what's happening.
surreal right now. I know that, I know, like, what are we even talking about?
I feel like we're high, but
This
we're not. I'm not. I'm never high. But
I
that's the
know,
vibe
I'm
that I'm
not
getting right
either.
now.
I'm
It's the
not,
heat. I
shockingly,
can't
I'm also not high.
I can't this
And the
heat is
connection's
it's
kind of bad, like, so there's
me
like a
too.
delay.
It's so hot. And it's not
I
like
know.
hot
I think
flashes.
it's just a
It's
really I think it's just a really like also, pressure. Like, people always talk about Jupiter and they always talk about how expansive it is. And there's all this pop astrology about the Barbo basket and the expansion and all this stuff. And like, I think it's beautiful and I think it's wonderful. But like, these things happen on such a subtle inter that is like, expansion isn't always comfortable.
this is what
And
I
there's
posted about
pressure
this.
to all these things. So you have to show up to it, and it can be exhausting even in the expansion. Like, I'm stoked that this is all happening, but like on just to the personal level of having to literally physically move everything in my home in order to like access the energy. Like, just my personal example. It's not
Yes.
just like you sit around and rain down opportunity and like blessings. It's like it's cellular. It's not like literal all the time.
Yes.
You know?
Also, Jupiter can expand and it can also and it can inflate, which it can also be the things that are challenging in our lives. I just think
Yeah.
it's really unhealthy, this idea that we're always waiting for the arrival of this thing that's going to change everything, and that's a
Yeah.
dangerous place to be because, like you said, it's cellular. It's just an opportunity to look at ourselves, but also not everything has to be for optimization. Like,
Totally.
that's an
It's
incredibly exhausting way to
evolutionary,
live.
not optimizing.
Wait, I missed that.
Yeah. I said it's like it's evolutionary, not
Yes.
optimizing.
Yes.
Like, that's like,
Yes.
and that's what I think, like, on the subtler, deeper levels of like, you saying like you're returning to original form in fashion, or like me experiencing it with like my physical stuff or whatever it is. It's like it's a level of our evolution, not like a level up in our how we. Okay, one of my downloads that I got recently
Mhm.
was, just because it's not visible doesn't mean it's not valuable.
I mean, put that on a bumper sticker.
Yeah. But I feel like that's like some of like the way that the work has been, and a piece that I've been making with all of it lately
Yeah. Just live your life.
is like, just live your life. And like, this whole, I know that we're living in like a social media world, but I feel like there's something that like social media robs of our actual intrinsic ability to like express ourselves and have these deeper experiences. And by express ourselves, I mean like in our world, in our immediate reality. Because it's not all, it's like social media just has made everything like performative, instead of feeling like, oh, just to experience it on a subtle level for myself and like isn't enough. in that reality.
Yeah, but that's the problem is like there's no space to breathe and just be, and like not everything has to have a purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Like
But
you
the
can
purpose
just
is for you. Like for
no, but I'm
me,
saying
re
like sometimes you go to bed at 8 p.m. and sometimes you go to bed at 1 a.m. and like sometimes you're going to have a glass of wine and sometimes you're going to like not everything has to be not everything has to like fit into a regimen. I feel like we're so obsessed with this idea of
totally.
like it no, it has to have this, you can't do this and you can do this, and it's all about optimization, and it's like what kind of life is that? I don't want to live that life. No, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Also, it sets you up. Like if I go on Instagram and I scroll into too much astrology, it
Don't do
makes me
that.
feel like I'm like missing the boat on something.
This is why I always post the counter to that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, exactly, Mary. That's why like I find
What is
myself,
it?
I like going and checking out websites. Like if I'm interested in design and I feel like
Yeah.
looking at design, instead of like passively scrolling on Instagram, I will like Google different architects. Like if there's a hotel that I thought was cool that I saw somewhere, I'll be like, owner for that, an architect. And then I'll just spend some time on like a designer's page, or not the Instagram page, but an actual, I'm back to, I like websites. If I'm going to be online, I'd rather
Yeah,
like
because
go
it's
down a
like
portal of
more
discovery.
curated and personal.
Well, also I'm
Exactly.
searching it out. It's like walking down a street in a city and discovering a shop versus just passively receiving what it is I'm supposed to receive.
And that's why I had to go to
Not
the
what I'm supposed to, but what
Nordstroms
I'm
because I don't live in like a walking city like New York or
yeah.
like Austin or any of these places where I
Yeah.
could organically go shopping for shoes on like a really nice like neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a middle American
Going to
and
Calabasas.
living in the West Valley. To go to the fucking mall, which by the way, the mall is still packed.
Yeah, the mall, I had to go to the mall because I had to go to the Apple store because on my flight home that I probably got sick and stuff. So I had to go to the only Apple store was in the Green Hills Mall, and I had to go to the mall
Mm-hmm.
and it was packed. And I was like, oh, like teenagers are still going to the mall.
It's crazy. It's like the place to hang. It's
Did
like
you go to the
never.
mall as a teenager?
I went to the mall a little bit as a teenager. My mom was kind of anti-mall.
Oh,
She was like not into me going and hanging out at the mall. She thought it was like loserish. And she was always just like, she just like didn't get it and thought it was loserish and thought I was just gonna like stand outside and like smoke cigarettes or something. So she was
uh-huh,
like, because that's what she would see.
uh-huh.
So she would be like, you can go to the movies, but you can't like go hang out at the mall. It's fucking so arbitrary. It's like you don't think I can find a place to smoke cigarettes? Like it's not a mall. Like what? It's not the mall's fault that we're smoking cigarettes because we're 17. Like so stupid. But she
That's
had a thing
amazing.
with the mall. I don't fucking know. Yeah. But no, I mean, my one of my favorite movies ever is Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
But you know what
So
I
the
appreciate
mall
about
is
these?
like an iconic.
Yeah.
Can you what?
Yeah, I
What?
can hear you.
Sorry. I feel like the delay is fucking us up. This is so insane today. What is this? What are we
I
doing?
don't know what's happening, but I feel like I literally feel like we're in a dorm room. This must be so annoying to watch. I feel so bad.
I feel
Okay,
so
let's pull
bad
it
for
together and actually have a real conversation about something.
I don't know if it's possible. The delay is fucking me up. That's the problem.
I mean, I have full bars.
So do I. I don't know. I don't think it has to do with that. I think it's I think it's something
But
else.
this is interesting though with like Aquarius, like it does feel like there's technological ripples. Even,
Mm,
you know, it feels like there's currents that are like electric currents that are super strong right now and
interesting. Yeah.
messing things up, including apparently
Yeah.
our brains right now. But it really is. I've really been on. So I've been back on this. I've been on this deep dive around the lives between lives. You know the whole Michael
Okay.
Newton thing,
I don't.
journey of
I've never heard
souls.
of that. No.
Really? So he must have been the 80s or something. Thousands of people went under hypnosis. And it's like they remembered leaving their body in a past life and then going into the spirit world, having the life review, and then preparing to reincarnate again.
Cool. Oh my God, I love that.
And so there's something incredibly powerful when you really drop into it of like, okay, like what I think we think so much is of purpose, especially here in America. We think of purpose as like, it's my job. Like, what's my job? Instead of like,
Mm,
my purpose on this earth is that I'm supposed to have certain encounters with certain souls, and I'm supposed to have certain soul
mm,
experiences to grow me.
mm-hmm.
And it's helpful every once in a while. I don't think it's healthy to stay in this constantly, but to drop in every once in a while and say, you know, and usually bigger markers, bigger years, you know, or bigger transits can bring this forward, or monumental occurrences in our life. But like, do I feel connected to to like my deeper soul path? Not, like I said, not
Mm,
my career, not like, am I a mom? Am I not a mom? Like not these, but like deeper level soul connection of
mm,
like,
mm-hmm.
what do I make of the relationships in my life that feel more challenging or difficult? What do I
Mm-hmm.
make of the, you know, points of joy in my life and hardship in my life? And how is this growing me? How is this changing me? How is this evolving me? Am I seeing the world differently?
Mm-hmm.
And this is also interesting. I cannot believe you did not bring up the Fauci trials,
Okay. Well,
because you
let's talk about it.
because that also is so interesting from like a soul perspective of like,
That was like all I wanted to talk about today. And I
I
didn't
know.
even fucking bring it up.
It just occurred to me. See, I said we're gonna pull it together, and I did.
Good job.
I
Good
did.
job. Good
So
job. Good job.
I mean, it's just, but it's wild. It's like when you look back at and you look back at all the lives that were intercepted and affected by government control at that time, like it's almost like it was preordained. I'm not saying it's okay, but it's in any way, but it's just so interesting that one person could dictate a reality for so many people. Jobs were lost,
I mean, he
lives
was
were
the
lost,
perfect
vocations.
person. He was the perfect person to be placed in that, at that, and the center of that experience.
Yeah. And it's
You
like,
know, like, sorry,
it's really
I,
crazy.
it's literally, the delay is so hard to have a conversation.
Is it? Okay. What do you want to do?
It's like, no, I'm just, every time I feel like I'm talking, it's like you're not getting it. So then, like, there's no I can't. It's like a bump,
All right, just keep
and then it's
going and
like
I'll pause.
no, no. I want you to go. That's the thing. I want you to go. It's just like when I talk, it's getting to you later. So then you're pausing. It's like this weird, like, but it's the delay on the internet. I can tell.
Yes.
Okay, you continue what you were saying. I will not say anything.
I just think it's fascinating how so many lives were impacted in so many ways, big and small, by these choices that were made to serve an ego. And I'm not even,
Yeah.
without getting into like upset or rage or like, was that preordained on some level? It just is so insane to me.
I mean, the question of whether it's preordained is like kind of why I love astrology just so much, because it's like you're talking about the soul and the archetype of experiences. And like it's like Dr. Fauci, his life path, his thing, everything that he's ever done, like allowed whatever the witnesses are, whatever the group, the powers that be that came together to like make COVID the thing that it was. He was the perfect person. So yeah, preordained on something. He was the perfect person to be like the maestro of the narrative because of, yeah, like he cared so much about being this guy. Like it was probably clear up until that point because of all the other things he had done. Like I was just revisiting this gem,
Mm-hmm.
and like he oversaw so many things and let the companies get away with like remdesivir being approved of and used. Like the lab studies for remdesivir were all showing that it caused kidney failure, and it was his purview to
Mm-hmm.
oversee those trials, so he knew the results. So what I'm saying is like the people that orchestrated the COVID thing knew this guy would love to become the most famous person in the world and and the richest man in the world and do anything to get there.
It's just, his crimes go so far back. Like Dallas Buyers Club, that movie,
Yeah.
he's the villain.
Yeah, I know.
He's the villain in it, right? And like, don't even get me, obviously, like the torture of the beagles, all of that, the, torture of animals, it's just
Hi.
literally driven by by desire to be fawned over by celebrities.
Exactly.
It This should be the end of, it won't be, but this should be the end of celebrity fawning.
I mean, what does Julia Roberts do from here? Where does she go? It's so embarrassing for all of them.
And I love Pretty Woman, I love these movies, but the fact that we had national policy dictated by someone who was ecstatic that Julia Roberts got on a Zoom with him
Yeah.
is mind-blowing.
To me,
The
that's
level
not
of
even,
unseriousness, the level
yeah.
of unseriousness
Yeah. But also
is
just the level of
so damn.
like unscientific bullshit that literally like remember months ago when the Senate subcommittee released that report about like all the COVID measures that were taken. This is right before
Mhm.
he went to his first congressional hearing.
Yeah.
And it's like literally by like every metric on every level of society, COVID-19 measures were damaging. Because like he literally just like
Psychologically,
made it up. He just made it up.
just
It was
made it up.
based on nothing.
Literally nothing. And you had families torn apart, people who couldn't be with their loved ones when they were dying. The you know how I feel about this. Like the thing that always kills me is thinking of a little deaf child whose teacher has to have a mask on And so
Ugh.
he or she can't take in what's happening.
Oh
Or
my God, that's
the
so
family
sad.
business that had been for generations shut down. All because this guy was excited by Julia Roberts.
Well, I don't think that's the only
No,
reason why.
no. Of course, it's money. It's money and celebrity.
Yeah.
If that's an
Yeah.
exaggerate, of course, that's like a
Yeah.
reductive thing. I'm obviously making a big statement, but just ego, greed. I think it's
Just
really hard to wrap one's.
Hi.
I think it's very hard for people to wrap their head around that some people really are evil and driven only by greed. I think it's really hard for people to accept
Yeah.
that someone could be so not only careless but cruel.
Like wait. Like literally like detached, like so detached to just like live in
Sociopathic.
yeah, sociopath, like to live in a sphere of reality where it doesn't matter that all of like doesn't matter what you're doing to destroy literally the world and to ruin people's lives because it's a cash grab for you. And that's all it's about. And it's a recognition grab for you, and you're just the useful idiot to the larger power structure that is literally trying to kill people, like straight up. Like
It's
they knew what they were doing. They all knew what they were doing. Fauci might have just been not doing his homework, or he's actually like evil doing it on purpose. I don't know. I
well,
think that it's
how do you explain the like I'm sorry, but anybody who willingly submits animals to torture,
yeah, has no connection to yeah, there's no empathy, there's no accountability, there's nothing like that. It's just
no.
get it done, forget the studies done so we can make the money off the thing.
But he also knew where it came from. There was that whole Jon Stewart skit when he was on Colbert and Colbert couldn't handle
Oh
it, right?
yeah.
When he's like, Wuhan virus came from the Wuhan,
I
like it's
love
not,
that.
right? The common sense was thrown out the window,
Yeah.
right? And it's, I just think about how many, like, I would never be living in Tennessee had that not, like, so many, personally, so many choices. I wouldn't have moved to New Zealand and then moved to Tennessee or, all these
I
things
mean,
that
so many
transpired. People
people
move,
wouldn't have died.
well, obviously, yes.
Like
Like,
that's the big that and like the economy and like yeah, they're just everything got shuffled in this way that was but yeah, I mean, I love the question of is it preordained because on some level everything was going to shift with or without that. It's just a matter of how
yes.
that would have happened.
But it's hard for me not to believe that it was in some way always going to happen. Again, not excusing it, because how many
Right.
lives billions of lives got rearranged or
Yeah.
lost or whatever as a result. So the mortal mind can't comprehend like how many souls, thinking of like the movie and the book, The Adjustment Bureau, like, spirits up there, like reconfiguring. But I just don't think, I think I'm more of a realist in that I don't think human nature learns. I think we do the same thing again and again and again.
You do.
Yeah, I think that's why you have communism is on the rise, even though communism has killed more people than any other political system. No, this time it'll be different.
Right.
I
Well,
don't think,
they keep trying to rebrand it.
yeah, but you can't rebrand it when you have the state ownership because it's still human beings, and human beings are governed by human nature. And you have things like you cannot through a political system end greed. It's just
Right.
different people will be the ones who are running things, right?
Yeah.
And the withholding, and there's no freedom in that system, right? So I just think, yeah, I don't know. I don't think, by and large, I think we're here and we cycle through technology advances, and that has effect, right? And communication moves at lightning speed, right? You had
But I
to,
also think transparency, you know, like moving out of like the Piscean into the Aries and like the technology and the transparency, like I think that the nature won't change, but the ability to, I mean, in a way, there's a blessing of all the Fauci stuff because there was a wool pulled off of people's eyes, you know?
but yes, but what I'm saying is that's this generation that's alive for this.
Right. You mean in
So,
like when our kids are have kids, like
or your
what
grandkids or whatever.
who's gonna be that?
I mean, look how many people right now in America, the youth, think 9/11 was okay and justified. 9/11.
Right. And
I was
I did have
21
someone
years old.
message me, like I posted this thing about Fauci, one of my like oldest friends who I love, but who definitely had a very different pandemic experience than me. And we don't fully talk about it, or he doesn't like go do his research, was like, I'm just confused how he's any different than RFK. And I'm like, what? Like they're not even in the same universe. Like RFK wrote the book exposing the corruption of Fauci. Like what playbook are you on? Like that's the craziest thing to me is that there is still a faction of people who like aren't, if they see the evil of Fauci, they don't see the good in the people that have been painted to be evil to them, if that makes sense. Or they just now they're just so disillusioned that everyone's the same piece of shit.
And a quack. I mean, I do think those in power are rarely motivated by true good. Even if they get in, I think that the system does. And I think, again, that's old as time. I think we need to stop worshiping celebrities and politicians,
I mean,
period.
agree.
They work for us.
Yeah.
A politician works for us. We should not be exalting any politician, any,
Yeah.
to guru status. They work for us. They are beholden to us. And
Totally.
celebrities are only celebrities as long as people buy tickets, buy albums, watch shows.
Totally. No, I'm with you. And I'm not like an
Why are
RFK
we
stan to be
anybody?
like, to like say that he hasn't done like like, you know, gross shit or whatever. Like I don't know him, you know, he's not my personal friend.
Right. And
So
it's like, cleaning up the Hudson and doing things for the environment and exposing things, that's all. But that's different than worshiping someone and saying, oh no, they don't have flaws. They're not corruptible. They're not whatever it is. But also that takes looking inside and saying like, where am I corruptible?
well,
There's
I
and Carolyn Mace has this thing
yeah,
called like, we all have the prostitute archetype within us, every single human being. And so like,
right.
what's our bottom line? Where do we prostitute ourselves? And I just think that's the bottom line. And like, it doesn't matter, influencer, celebrity, politician, sports athlete, like no one, you can be exalted for a skill set. Oh my God, they are a master of this craft.
Mm-hmm.
Phenomenal. But as a human being, we are all flawed. We are all corruptible. That's why I think like the Odyssey is incredible that it's getting such attention right now, because that is not a hero. That is someone who, that character, returns having committed mass atrocities
Right.
and is exiled.
Right.
It's like, I just think that's the issue. It's
Mm,
not, it's that Fauci was idealized by anybody,
totally.
period. Instead of question constantly, is what he's saying true? Is what this
No,
person is saying true?
I know everyone was just like, he's our daddy.
No, but see that, I really think most people want that. They want to be told what to do and where to go. Most people, I think, are afraid of true freedom
Yeah, I think that's
because it
true.
requires personal responsibility and stewardship, and that's fucking scary
It also
for
requires
anyone.
confronting
Yes.
You know, the fact that like
Yes.
authority figures may not know better than you, and that's
That's scary,
that's a
right? It's
scary
like,
thing.
yes, and that is what ultimately was on trial during
Yeah.
COVID,
Yeah.
right? Is, do you follow or do you listen to your own inner compass? And
And like it's just crazy how asking questions became like the that became like the devil's playground. Just like simply being like, "Excuse me, I have some more questions."
but it's the exact same thing that happened when people started to question, the church,
Yeah.
right? It's like, you can have your own relationship with God. You can, if the Bible is a point of salvation for you, you can have your own relationship with those words. But it's like when Galileo presented information and the church was like, no, it's the same thing. It's just science is also, the scientific establishment is completely terrified of the frontier of consciousness. They're
Yeah.
terrified in the exact same way that the church was terrified of Galileo. But this is
Which
human nature. This is what I'm saying. We're just hitting a new wall, right? When you say the science is settled, when science itself is experimentation and trial and error,
I
it's
know it's
problematic.
crazy. It's crazy.
It's crazy, but I think it's human nature to say, okay, and it scares me to deviate from the path, or especially like, when I think about like all these places that I held as like so meaningful, and all of these publications that I, you know, really spent time reading, and and there was a real pain in saying, what if I'm being lied to by the same
Yeah.
people that I had held and like in esteem? And
Yeah.
that was a very painful process to go through. I understand why people didn't go through it.
Yeah.
I understand, because it's like, it's very confronting. And I was lucky in that my family still, they thought I was crazy, but they still wanted to see me. They still wanted to, they still loved me. They still wanted to be around me. But people lost family members. Like, I don't know. I understand. I really understand why it's too scary to even confront it a little.
Well, it's also like at this point, you took this man's advice and he led you down such a dark path. So to kind of interface with maybe the fact that you've done something to your body that you wish you didn't do, and that's
Or,
real time. That's real talk scary.
yes,
I
and
would be fucked
also,
up by that. I would be so fucked up by that.
but
Careful,
also,
sissy.
how about, there's that, but there's also, oh my God, I listened to this man and I wasn't able to be with my dying parent, and I thought that was okay when it was actually a lie. Or
Yeah,
I stopped speaking to my child, or I stopped speaking to my parent, or I stopped, like, I ended decades long friendships because of this. I listened to this man over the person that I've known for 20 something years, like,
yeah.
and listened to, yes, the shot, but it's so much deeper than the shot.
Hmm.
It's like, you're talking about the fracture of families and communities and society, and creating outcasts like Scarlet Letters. It's heart-wrenching.
Totally.
It's
I mean,
heart-wrenching.
I personally was fully traumatized by all of that.
I know you were. I
And
know you
that's
were.
why,
And
like, when this comes out even more, every layer that comes out of this, I'm just like, I feel so liberated and so gratified because I'm just like, I fucking knew this shit.
yes, but it doesn't, there's real pain there, and it's not about dwelling in that pain, but it's just saying, I don't know how I did not lose a single long-term friend or I don't know how,
Well,
because
because you
I
didn't
made a
really
different
put it
choice.
out there like that. you were, you kept your business, and you don't, I'm not
Yes.
saying like,
Yes.
you should have,
No,
I'm
but
just
I'm
saying
saying
like,
no.
that wasn't
I lost
your way of dealing with it.
I lost work, but I'm saying like my college best friends
Yeah.
who made a different choice than me,
Hmm.
they were like, "Why did you make that choice?" And I said it, and it was end. I
See,
still in their life.
that's cool. I have some people like that too.
So that's what I'm talking about. I still lost followers, and I wasn't as vocal or whatever. I lost followers when I said that there should be peace in the Middle East. I mean, like but yeah,
You
like
monster.
I know, but like I feel like what I'm talking about is those closest to me. I'm talking about the friendships that are the most meaningful. My family, my sisters, my brother. I'm talking about that I don't know how
Yeah.
I don't know how I was lucky enough to not lose people through that because I made a different choice than every single one of them.
Yeah. I mean, that's beautiful and great.
But
And like,
that's just I don't know, but I'm saying I know people who did like you, and that is heart-wrenching to me. I am a
yeah.
complete anomaly, but
Yeah. Yeah.
I was screamed at, you know, and yelled at. But that we allowed this to get in the way of the most meaningful relationships is it's the most heart-wrenching part.
Yeah. I mean, I agree. I think that all of it is just so fucking sad.
Yeah.
That it's all just been shown to just be a full lie and a full just I know he's kind of like the scapegoat for a lot of it too, which also like pisses me off. Is that they're like charading him around and like doing this because there's so many levels of accountability that are just never going to be had.
I think that's also really painful, right? It's like that's why I think we have to pursue justice on earth, but I think there is some other karmic cycle that takes place that's beyond this earth. I think it's a both and.
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
Yes.
He just goes, I farted. This whole call has been about his butt.
It's amazing.
He doesn't call it his butt, he calls it his butthole.
It's just
I feel
he's
bad. I feel like okay. I feel like I want to really have this Fauci conversation even deeper, but right now my life is exploding and I didn't have space. Like,
so we'll have it next week.
yeah, my friend told me that the nodal shift is like shifting my 4th and 10th house, so it's like balancing work and home life. And
Well,
this call is an example of how I'm not doing that.
correct. Okay.
But
Yeah,
it's because they were out in the
more.
morning, and Ashley's about to start going to play school a couple mornings a week, so I'm going to have a lot more spaciousness for doing stuff like this.
Perfect.
And I know this is entertaining, but I'm like, my brain can't focus, and it's really sad.
And I'm sorry that I know that you're crying about it, and I get
No, I'm not crying about it. I'm having allergies.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm not crying about it because I honestly feel like nothing that's happening right now is in any way like a surprise to me.
Yeah.
And
No.
and that's the fucked up thing. Even this morning I read something about how PCR tests were actually like putting a certain chemical in the nose, and like I refused to get PCR tested because I had this vibe with it where I was like, it doesn't feel right. And now it's like coming out that had some, shit in it. I'm like, yeah, like it's just a continual like reminder of just how awareness and honestly like just the bravery to stand in your own truth is the most important thing. And like honoring that awareness, like I think that so many of us dishonor our awareness because we haven't been trained to hold that space, or society has like taken that away from us, or our childhoods, or whatever it is. And so learning to cultivate like the trust in the awareness is like the thing that can literally save your life.
I need that.
Baby. Okay.
All right. TBC.
I really want to go in on this, but like this is like full
Yeah,
blown.
we're gonna do it next week.
Okay. Next week in the morning. I'm so sorry, and I love you, and thank you guys for coming. And Hello, is this thing on? Okay.
Yeah, bye.
Wait, let me end it. Wait. Okay, hold on. Chill out.
Okay.